Hello, this is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Okay, guys, so I just did the writing activation, and basically, we go ahead and we open up the top diamond, and then the diamond around you, and the diamond below you, and then we bring in the writing frequency. And so the writing frequency filled up the top diamond, and it activated like this dictionary. So we've talked about the dictionary before. We all have like this imaginary dictionary basically that houses all of the images, all of the words, all of the energies and frequencies that we're going to use when we do sessions with people, when we're doing automatic writing with somebody, when we're doing trance channeling with somebody, when we're doing whatever, whether it's a healing session or tarot card reading, whatever. We all have a dictionary that is full of words, that is full of information that we have decoded for ourselves. So the top diamond was like connecting with that and filling that up with light, and then it brought that energy and frequency down into your diamond and was filling that up with light, and then into your crown and into your third eye, into all those places. And it was basically just like activating each place to be connected to that dictionary. And then when we got to the throat, we brought the communication, the energy, the frequency down to the hand that is most dominant for writing in you. So it may go down your left, it may go down your right, depending on you. But creating like a conscious connection between your writing hand and your voice so that you can write what needs to be written. And then it went down through the rest of your body. It went down through your heart, it went down through your solar plexus, went down through all of your power centers. But then what we ended up doing too was having you connect with a few words just to get like acclimated to the process. So we did love, and we did light, and we did rise. So we were like, basically say the word rise or say the word love, feel it, allow yourself to like connect with that word, write it with your hand, like, as if you're writing it. And what image comes to mind for that word? What image comes to mind for love? What image do you see in your mind? So that you have something to put it to. So now every time you see that image, you know that the word love is coming through. Same thing for light, same thing for rise. So they gave you like a little bit of a, like a jumping point for you to start getting into it. And they also are like, try to come from love and come from light and try to come from that place of rising others up, helping others to rise up through the words that you deliver to them, through the messages that you deliver to them, through the energies and the frequencies that you bring forth when you do automatic writing or when you do trance channeling or when you do whatever you're doing. So it was 30 minutes long. So it was like, that's like my short version of it. But that's basically what we were doing. And you can then, go further with that. So you have your dictionary there. It's there. It's already encoded with all of the energies and frequencies and images and everything that you need for your writing. If you just trust and allow it to come through you, it will come through you. If you just trust what comes to mind when you see an image and don't go into that place of doubt, don't go into that place of, I don't know if this is really what it is, because it's hard when you sit across from another person and you're writing for them and you see like, whatever, the eagle, or you see like a ball, you may, think, joy for the ball. Like that's just what came to my mind. And it may be hard for you to like verbalize that to somebody, but I guarantee you when you just trust what comes through, it makes sense to them. It doesn't have to make sense to you ever. Just know that it never has to make sense. Like I remember the first time I did a mediumship reading with somebody, I was sitting with a guy and I saw like pencils rolling on a table, and I can't remember what else came through, but it ended up being like dead on for the guy. Oh, I had pain in my heart. So his uncle was a teacher, and his uncle ended up dying of a heart attack, and they never got to say to each other all of the things that he wanted to say to his uncle before he passed. So it was like in that moment he got the opportunity to talk to him and let him know that he was still with him. The uncle's still there with him. But like as soon as I said, pencils rolling on a desk and ouch, my like chest hurts, he was like, that's my uncle. Like he just knew. So for me, it made no sense. And I was like, I don't know, I don't really want to say it. But when I did, it was a good thing I did. And it was good that I did, because if I had never said it, or if I doubted too much, he never would have got that message. So always try to just trust what comes through. Even if you get somebody who doesn't know in the moment what you're saying, they may get it later on. You know, there's been times where people have sat with me and they don't necessarily know what I'm exactly getting to. Like, there's parts of the messages that resonate and there's parts that they're not quite sure about. They'll come back like a year later and be like, do you remember blah 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 blah, well, this and this happened. Or, you know, later on after their session, they come running back over to say, I figured out what it was. It's this, it's my mom, it's my dad, it's my, you know, it's something that just happened and I completely didn't put two and two together. So never doubt yourself. Even if somebody doesn't understand what you're saying, just know that it will come through when it's meant to come through. I mean, if every time you sit down you don't really get anything correct, then you might want to look at what you're doing. But the more you trust, the more that you move your ego out of the way and you get that doubt out of the way, the easier it is for you to do this. There's nothing special about me. You know, like, I never imagined that this is what I'd be doing, but I've never really had anybody come to me and be like mad at me. I can only think of like one person that like got mad, and it was out of all of the people I've done readings for, that there was one person, and it was because they didn't want to hear what I was saying when they were asking certain questions about their love interest. So it's one of those things. It's been hard for me to trust. It's been hard for me to open up and, like, you know, always say what's on my mind. And I've noticed that when I doubt, like when I get really nervous about posting a reading on Instagram or posting a reading on YouTube, those are the ones that resonate the most. When I'm like, I don't know if I should post this. I don't know if anybody's going to resonate with this. I think people are going to get mad. I think people are going to get upset. Those are the ones that everyone's like, yeah, this is dead on. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much. And I'm like, all right. But it's always the ones that I doubt the most that have the best feedback. So try not to do that to yourself. Try to go and just do it, you know. And if you're posting online or if you're doing one-on-one, just say what comes through you. Even if they don't get it right away, know that it's likely that they will, and they'll probably come back when they do. So the activation is going to be posted on Vimeo, like all the other activations. And I did do the movement meditation too, because I've actually been feeling better. So I talked a little bit in the beginning of the writing frequency for anybody who doesn't know what's going on with me or why it's been so long since I posted. But I'm not going to go through all of that again. I've just basically been unwell with Lyme disease. So you guys will hear in the next beginning of the video, which is a free video on YouTube, what's been up and what I've been doing for the past couple of days that has put me here in front of you guys. So thank you guys very much. If you want to watch the writing frequency activation, the link is down in the description box as always. And in Munay, Namaste.